Chapter 8, But I Will Have Memories, Letting God Bless You. There's a quote, not sure who should get the credit, but it goes something like this. Memory is a way of holding on to things you love, the things you are, and the things you never want to lose. The Bible is my go-to for good material, and it doesn't have a lot of things about memories. Not really any parables, not much for Proverbs, but it does introduce memories in Luke 2, when Luke reminds us that Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. Well, of course she did. She's a mom. You bet she did. She was a woman. Perhaps women spend more time reflecting and contemplating, and yes, holding memories close to their heart. And yet in the Psalms, we do find a verse that reminds us to let our memories draw us close to God. Psalm 77, 11 and 12. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all your mighty deeds. You know, I look back at the things I wrote about in this book and they're memories. And it's not quite like the song Frank Sinatra and probably millions of others have sung, Thanks for the Memories. But then again, it's exactly like that song. We should be thankful for memories regardless of the tears they bring. We don't often stop and tell others that we're thankful for the things we've walked through together. And perhaps it's because at the time it was traumatic, or maybe because we thought they knew. You know, we tend to get caught up in making a memory that we sometimes forget to take the memory and make it a moment to reveal to others that they were a part of the memory and we hold them close to our hearts. When I started this adventure right after Mark died, I wasn't sure it would be the right purpose for writing. After all, someone died. But sometimes we take the moments in life that happen and we shove them under a rock. Then there are times we hold them high as a banner and declare it as the beauty of a moment. And there are really times for both. I was reminded of that this summer. I was sitting on an almost 70-degree day in a cemetery in a bunch. It was not what I planned. I had planned to ride my bike and enjoy the day and just stop at the seminary on my ride. Through a series of unfortunate events, the bike had to be carried back to my car. With my bike plan ride gone, I went back and got my comfort, a Diet Coke, and I came to the cemetery to be still. I came to sit on Mark's grave. The gravestone is partially a bench. I sat talking to Mark. Well, I didn't talk as much as I listened. I have learned to listen to God, to others, to my kids, to strangers in the checkout line at Hy-Vee. Listening makes you aware of things. Things like the sun. You know, you can hear the sun, and the breeze, and the dead leaves crunching under my feet. There are things to hear when you're quiet. The traffic on the road reminded me life goes by. The sun weaving its way through the trees was a gentle reminder that time stands still for no one. I tuned into some music to think with, and God was ready. The song was called Stand Still. When you feel you have reached the end, He'll make a way for you. Stand still and let God move. Oh my, so many times I want to be the one moving because that moving means something's happening. I need to be reminded that moving doesn't bring me any closer to what God wants of me, and sometimes I'm just moving in circles. God moves when I don't have the strength or don't know which direction. And in the oddest place to find inspiration, I just listened to God move. I watched the shadows fall and was thankful for where I was sitting. The shadows brought the trees alive with movement. Even though I knew it was only a shadow, it was kind of neat. I was sitting on a memory of the sweetest kind. You know, sometimes God wants us to just sit still long enough to let the world around us move and bring beauty because we don't see moving. And I sat, not without a few tears, but lots of thankfulness that God allowed me the chance to be here, in this place with memories that were sweet enough to shed a tear over. You know, some people never have the blessing of being missed by others. And some people don't have memories. Some people don't cry crocodile tears. Some people don't even cry hummingbird tears. The memories beneath my feet, the memories around me, the memories looking at the lives of others whom I've been blessed to know in that cemetery was very overwhelming. Memories. A memory is a way of holding on to things you love, the things you are, the things you never want to lose. I am so thankful God gave me things to hold to that I loved. People, experiences, words, songs, guitars, mountains, and a few ditches. With those memories in my heart, I will never lose the lesson I have learned and the love that I have had the honor of both receiving and sharing. And my life will never be the same.